Hey there, it's Katie from the Everhart Museum in Scranton, Pennsylvania, here for day 5, our last day of Mystery Week for Museum Adventure Week for grades 3 through 6. For today's project, we are going to solve the mystery of what Queen Hatshepsut looked like back in ancient Egypt. And for that, we are going to use our puzzle pieces and arrange them to make our puzzle make sense. You'll notice on the back of the pieces, there's going to be one more mystery to solve out of hieroglyphics. So make sure you're using the front and the back of these, carefully laying out your puzzle pieces as best you can to solve the mystery of what she looks like. This is also going to solve the mystery of some stylistic characteristics or things that make it look Egyptian to help us identify the style and different parts that are used in a lot of ancient Egyptian portraits to help identify who it is and what they are known for. So once you get your puzzle assembled, you've got some tape that you can either tape it on the front, or if you don't want any tape on the front, I might put one strip of tape across the bottom and then flip it over. And actually, I'm not going to tape mine at all, but I'll show you how to carefully take one piece and flip it over at a time so that you keep all your hard work in the same order. And so that your puzzle on the back of the puzzle, so it's a double puzzle, so that will stay in order. You'll recognize those ancient hieroglyphics, our decoder up at the top, and see how you're gonna get one more puzzle for this mystery week. So I'm carefully gonna flip mine over. So I'm not taping mine because, as you guys know, these videos are extra help if you can't make it to our live sessions. And I want to save mine to tape for the live session. So just imagine I carefully take a piece of tape and tape each of these together so my puzzle stays together. All right, so if you're looking at the hieroglyphics down here at the bottom, and maybe you can solve one last mystery. But this portrait shows a lot of characteristics that are important to the style of ancient Egyptian art. The styles that help anybody going through a museum or looking at pictures or using Google Earth and exploring the actual locations to help identify that this is definitely Egyptian and not from another place or time. So the eye makeup, so the line coming from the outside edge of the eyes was quite iconic. The headdress helps to symbolize their place of power. Okay? The forward-facing body that's pretty rigid. They're standing kind of like a piece of stone that these are actually carved out of, but they're not very natural or moving as if in action. So that's pretty iconic for ancient Egyptian style of art. You can see some little decorations, which would be on her clothing, small little patterns of details, and imagine this painted with bright, vibrant colors. And some of the other surviving artifacts from ancient Egypt show us the types of colors that were used and preserved for thousands of years. So you can see some of those similar things showing up in your postcards. So we're trying to do all of these videos without any extra technology, but if you're able to make it to Google Cultural Institute or Google Earth, you can see more works of art in closer up detail that show the hairstyles, the headdresses, the makeup and clothing for these ancient civilizations that may or may not be very different from the way we live today. So this is probably the most motion or action I've seen in an ancient Egyptian sculpture. And the headdress makes it seem as if it's a god or a goddess instead of a pharaoh. You can see portraits with painting and how they normally just painted the side of the face or the profile of a head to show the side view of what these pharaohs or people look like, but then they showed the front of the body and the sides of the leg. So it's a little bit disjointed, but it was to show the important parts and to show the storyline even better. So you can use all of your postcards to see the colors and hairstyles and different ways that they made their portraiture in ancient Egyptian culture. So what we have to finish off the week is a large brown piece of paper that is yours to design. But what we're going to encourage is for you to design a self-portrait in the style of ancient Egyptian technique. So I have one that I have started. So it's the profile. Remember, the profile is the side of the head. And so you can use a photograph of yourself. You can use a mirror to look at yourself, but think of those styles and those characteristics that stand out in Egyptian art. So the dark black eye makeup, the fanciful headdress, the beard to show power. Pharaohs, even if they didn't grow a beard, or if they were a female pharaoh like Queen Hatshepsut, they would wear a fake beard to show that sense of power. So be a little silly, have some fun with that. You can decorate around the background with your hieroglyphics, with pictures of cartouches or vessels or pyramids, any way you want to design your portrait. And like all of these days that we have discovered more and more answers to mysteries of ancient Egyptian culture, share your images, share your successes and your pictures on our Google Classroom. We want to say thank you for participating in Mystery Week with us. I hope you had fun making things out of clay, solving mysteries, building pyramids, and learning more about Queen Hatshepsut and her culture. As always, don't forget to upload those pictures, and maybe we'll see you in person next year, 2021, for Museum Adventure Week. Otherwise, have a great rest of your summer.